a lovely Hohner organ piano bass, excuse me, C86. And this one I had for a while, hoping I would find another one, which I finally did. And it's got a big old regulator back there. It's a LM323 5 amp or 3 amp regulator, 5 volt, and it runs about 1.6 amps. It looks like, and it had a 1.6 amp fuse, which I don't really understand why they would put one so closely rated. I do not see it doing bad things to the 2 amp one, and steady. I thought maybe a tantalum cap was failing or something, but we'll play this one for a while, see if it keeps working if current changes. So you got a couple versions, and I was mistaken. I thought one of them just was CPU driven, because this one I got, I'm like, oh wow, I wonder if one of the EPROMs is missing. There's a socket empty. But as it turns out, it just uses 2 EPROMs, I guess, and they must have had in mind to do some kind of expansion there. Under here, you can see the rest of it. Whoops, where your TOS chip resides there. You've got a little coil to adjust the tuning, and then you got your wires coming off for the back tuning there. And 8085, is it? Yeah, D8085 processor there. And yeah, those are DACs. You've got the DAC 0801. Let's see, there are 2. Yeah, 2 of them, one socketed for some reason. And if you find that you have bad envelopes, you might adjust those. The thing was real scratchy on the bass and the piano, and that seemed to resolve that. So apparently that's an envelope generating DAC, is my guess. And these keys are kind of, I got the split bus there. Section can split to bass, of course. Let's see. So the early version in the other room has a relay here. This one uses a transistor to do the mute circuit, which turned out to be a problem because one of these fuses blew while I wasn't looking. One of the fuses blows, it doesn't pull enough negative voltage through this resistor and those diodes pointing that way to the legs of the little bridge rectifier there, and it will cause the voltage on the output of the bridge to pull positive enough to turn on the transistor, which will mute the 4016 chip that's over here on the jack board. It will turn it down to where it won't put anything through the analog switches. And each of those, there's 4 analog switches that are used to do the 4 sections of mix here. Controls of volume are buffered into these 741 op amps. And let's see, yeah, I guess this is filtering stuff down here. So this is kind of like a CX3 type organ, I guess. Early Korg CX3, very similar vintage thing. So we've got option to do a piano, which is hear it at the end. Yeah, you can hear the DAC operating there, and that's typical of, Prophet 600 and some early 80s machines that used DAC envelope controls. You don't have a perfectly smooth exit, but for performance, nobody cares usually. You put the ensemble switch on, and you get a combination of organ and piano. You turn the piano off, the ensemble does nothing. You turn the organ off, the ensemble does nothing. Odd they would let you turn the organ off. Why did they do that? They could have had 16 sounds instead of 15, but oh well. You put them all up, and it turns off. Alright, so let's see. You get nothing when everything's turned off there. You get a bass there. If you turn those off, you get nothing there too. You got an organ bass. Starts right there. And you got independent volume controls, and you got a sustain for things that sustain. So anyway, yeah, that controls all your sustains. And so that's nice. And then the percussion on organ sounds where they have percussion. Here, a little effect there. Here the envelopes stretch out on the percussion. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You hook this up to a Leslie speaker and away you go, huh? So pretty much a Korg clone. So beware of the changes in the schematic. Anyway, if you ever work on one of these, I found, yeah, that we had just that mute issue and power supply problem. I thought maybe the cap was leaking, so I went ahead and threw another one in, but it's fine. It just runs that much current, I guess, over there so far. And let's see. Yeah, we put a new regulator in because it didn't seem to be putting any 5-volt out, but I'm not so sure it wasn't something else was messed up. There's a ground under that leg. You got to make sure that screws in. Somebody left it out. So, intermittent ground. Alright, well that is that one. Guess I can show you the older one real quick here. This one, and as you can see, a relay over there. Everything else is pretty much the same. They use a different resistance value over here to pull up the voltage for the mute. It's 680K in that one in there. This one's 4.7 meg. So they do this totally different over here. There's no, those parts are missing that were, I'll turn some more light on. Parts are not there, the diodes, and that resistor and the resistor over here. And instead you have another another bridge rectifier. They used just an independent bridge rectifier excuse me, to operate this part of the circuit, I guess, the mute. And everything else is, I think, about the same. Yep. So that's the story on that one. Have you ever run into a Hohner C86? This one's top's nice. It's a little rougher condition on the labels and things. Not quite as good. They kind of beat that up too. And I'll probably take the lid from this one, and I'll get all the sticky glue off it. Take the lid from this one. It's really in pretty good shape. The ends are in nice shape. Both of them are pretty good. A little something there. What is that? Is that stuck on, or is it a tear? Nope, comes off, I think. So, yep, lovely. Well, that's that. Oh yeah, my LaCroix scope I'm just learning to use here. Those are cool. I'm going to do a song with a 4-track oscillogram going. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Get the old sound demo going here. So we got 1, 2, 3. And let's see, we can do all the combinations thereof. So we did all the single ones. Now we'll do like the percussion set a little bit in there. And And let's see, turn that one. That one. That one. And then let's see, so we did all the two combis. Sit down here. My arms are too compressed. Let's see. We got. What did I do? I need to do those. And percussion one. I need to do. Let's see. There we go. Is that 15? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, that one. I think I did. See, anyway, yeah, I think that's all of them. Probably that was some kind of logical order. Did I do the trying to remember. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. That plays okay. You know, they are what they are. They're a decent thing to stick into a Leslie. Amazing they didn't put any vibrato on there, but something modded, I guess. All right. Well, have a good day.